Hey there, folks. My name's Kurn. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. Today, excuse me, I am continuing my playthrough of The Roottrees Are Dead. This is actually like 20 minutes after my last episode. Took a short break, sort of give my mind a rest, and attack this with a sort of a fresh perspective. And I think, and I don't want to think this, but I think I may have placed somebody in the wrong tree. Somewhere. I'm not sure. Because my problem is I think that there's another woman in here somewhere. And I'm not sure where Ernie Jr. goes, who was Carl's second cousin. Like, if this is a woman, they married a Madsen. Like Ernest Madsen. Does that work? And then they have... Oh, that actually might work. That might work. And that's Nicole. Oh, I think I figured that out. I don't know who Gwyneth Madsen is. This must be Gwyneth. And that would be an unknown male. Huh. Okay, maybe I figured that out. So then that would be an unknown female. We presume that's an unknown female. Fascinating. Okay. Oops. She gets a picture. Student. I don't know what this guy did. Oh, I do. He worked with, what's his name? Carl. For the root thing. That makes no sense. He was working with his cousin Carl, his second cousin Carl, for the Root clothing company. Right? Let's go look at the evidence. President of Roottrees, spearheaded Root. So he was president of the company. So if he predated Carl, he was the fourth president. Now, do we have a photo of Ernie? We do. He's somewhere in here. Well, crap. Damn, they both have blue eyes. Eli. Who looks like an Ernie? This is the 70s. So Carl's the teenager in the middle. So we're looking for a second cousin who preceded him as the president. That could be that guy. It could be that guy. It could be that guy. That guy. And it's not that guy or that guy. That guy's name is Eli. That's Miracle. So it comes down to these 4 dudes. This one's already married to a woman, which means that it can't be him because this was the 70s. And so Deborah and Ernie Jr. had a young child. She's like 8 or 9. So she's born like 1990 or something. So we're looking for a younger guy. He looks a little old. Maybe this guy. I'm gonna say that that's him. I'm not. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna say it's him. Well, I theoretically have 2 logged in. 3 logged in. So there's a mistake somewhere. But he is the 4th because Carl was the 5th. And that is locked in. So maybe the face is wrong. Maybe it's that dude. Or maybe it's that guy. There's the other dude that I didn't think it was. This guy. Okay, we're gonna stick with that. I think that is right. I think this is correct. So I need to make sure that one more card is fully filled out. Elias Roottrees Jr. Maybe he was the 2nd president. Or the 3rd. I'm gonna say 2nd. Well, that's frustrating because we have like 3 things. That should be the right thing. He was a musician, right? A notable singer. Is singer different from musician? No. Okay. So I think that's correct. This is correct. Something is incorrect somewhere in these 4 cards. Clark, maybe that's not his picture. Oh, is Clark in this picture? Oh, Clark is in this picture. Huh. Maybe that's Clark. So if that's Clark, who's Ernie Jr.? Okay. Okay. That's him. I'm just brute forcing this if I can. What gives? Because this is entirely correct. Unless maybe she's in the wrong spot. What if it does lock in on the spot? Then this would be... Okay, so remember Gwyneth goes here. And this is... What's his name? Ernie Jr. He's the president. Okay, so now... Oops. Actually, we know who that is. Okay. Are you kidding? Come on. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna murder someone. Yes. I did do that. Thank you. Ugh, there's so many. This could be Tessa, Samantha, November, Christina, Candy. Clark has 2 kids. Clark? Nope. Wait. Rafferty LaRue. Wait a minute. LaRue. Oh, she had a sister. Presumably Jane. Oh, or Kim. We don't know. Wow. Okay. I don't know why these aren't locking in. No, he was the 4th. Oh, that's locked in. So that is Clark. And he is a musician. So what the hell? Unless this guy's name is just Ernest. No. Yeah, it's Ernie Jr. is the second cousin. Ernie Jr. had just become president of Roottrees, the 4th president. I did that. Thank you. Surely I'm missing something then. Oh, did I not look up Elias? There we go. Elias Roottrees was voted Watchman of the Year by Business Watch in 1936. Painting of him appears on the cover. Elias forms the Roottrees Candy Company after marrying his wife, who inherited a maple farm. Elias has a daughter, the first of 5 children. 4 more follow, leading to 5 pieces. 5 pieces are sold in some Pittsburgh markets, all of New England. Finalized. The help of his son Elias Roottrees Jr.'s architecture firm. So Eli Jr. equals architect. Ted Mosby, architect. Leave a like if you know who Ted Mosby is. The Clansed Trust. Okay, so this guy was not a president. He was an architect. Are you telling me I still have things that are wrong? What am I missing? What am I missing? I mean, I love this game. Do not get me wrong. This is fantastic. But what the hell am I missing, bro? Bro. Elias Jr. is an architect. That is correct. Don't know about any of that. I do know about this. Okay, what if we go back here? So Gwyneth. This goes back to Deborah. This goes back to Nicole. Student K-12. I don't even know if that's his picture. He was the 4th president. Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. Surely this and this and now this are correct. Like, without a doubt. This guy could be that guy, that guy. Oh! Oh, so wrong with Clark. I'm wrong about Clark. What am I wrong about?
So, you may have heard the news. Some of Carl's things have gone missing. That includes the pictures and mail I brought you earlier. I promise I didn't steal it.
Uh-huh.
But I did borrow it. I'll return it once we're done.
Oh.
Let me deal with my family in the meantime. Oh, I guess that means I've officially confessed.
This is a Roottrees person.
I'm a Roottrees.
Dun dun dun!
I assure you I have a reasonable explanation for the secrecy. I'm about to do something big the family doesn't approve of.
Uh-oh.
If you could just wait a little bit longer, I'll tell you more. In person. I'll return after 15 more.
15?! Oh my god. Okay. Good lord. So something wrong with Clark. What do I have wrong with Clark? Is it his picture? Here, let's try a different picture. Is he just not a musician anymore? Retired isn't there. occupation baby. I think I pointed that out before. Well, quad puppies. Okay, I will be right back. Okay. We know that this is him because James and Diamond did that album with them and they are locked in. So that's him. This must mean he is no longer a musician. We'll have to think on that. Okay, but we've got the Ernests taken care of. So I'm gonna search for Ernest Madsen. Oh, poopy. Okay, what about Clark Rafferty? Oh, that's right. That's all. Okay. Elias Roottrees Jr. Ah. Hunchtop House. That's it. No. Okay. Who else don't I know about? Okay. So, Morden. And Morden here. That gets complicated. But then that must be right. Well, I mean, she's not the 4th president. But she's got to be Gwyneth. So let's look up Gwyneth Madsen. Crap. I feel like we're not going to be able to uncover everything here until the end of the game. Wait, who's this kid again? Who are these two? Oh, November is the name of somebody. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, she's November. So November is the one related to Edward, I believe, who married someone that people south of the Mason-Dixon line would not have approved of. So Edward as November. Does that make sense? I mean, Edward isn't even on this list. Where's Edward? We think that's Edward, but we're not sure. Where's November? I'm not even sure. You know what? I'm so unsure. I'm gonna take that back out. I don't even think that's the case. And who are these people, right? Okay, I'm gonna go for another hint. This is all complex. I'll have to go back to that. Don't know what's going on with Sam. Uncle Junior is going to Patsy. All right, Patricia. Swashbuckled my heart? Is that what the hint is telling me? Mentions relative. I think that's kind of a... God. Lauren Rafferty? X marks the spot. Lauren Roottrees. Has many new passages. Interesting. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. The new diary opens with an explosive incident that happened in the decade between the release and re-release of Florence Diary. Elias Roottrees had died, and during the reading of his will, there was an audible gasp when a certain name was read aloud: Samantha Roottrees. Although Sam and her children were not meant to receive monetary inheritance, he had a stipulation that she retained the rights to run the farm and any and all decisions related to it. It was then that the scandalous secrets came out. None of the 5 pieces were surprised. It was quite a shock to everyone else, including Sam. She had been told her parents died. Apparently, Sam was the illegitimate daughter of Elias Jr. and Patricia Christensen. Dun, dun, dun. Patricia, the daughter of a local steel mogul, and Eli Jr. harbored a secret romance at age 16. She became pregnant, and after the birth, her father refused to let her see Eli Jr. ever again. Her baby, Samantha, was sent to the Roottrees. Elias hid her away with a local farmhand known as EC. Patricia was married off to a much older man, sent away, and that was the end of that, almost. None of the next gens had ever met or heard of Patricia till she unexpectedly reappeared, now going by Patsy. After Patsy's husband died, she reunited with Eli Jr. They finally married in their 50s. Lauren mentioned the wedding in her first diary without knowing Patsy's history. Eli Jr. had never taken another lover. Lauren, ever the romantic, quite appreciated this. When Patsy and Eli Jr. finally married, Elias decided Sam should have been a Roottree in the first place. Even though she was not part of the Clanced Trust, he wanted to include her in family affairs. That was what led to Lauren's initial entry entitled Sam. Oh my god, the drama! The drama, I say. Okay, so. Eli Jr. plus Patsy Christensen had Samantha. EC took care of Sam. Okay. We'll come back to this, but we have juicy gossip. So is that Sam then? Is this Patricia? They are now married. I think that that's probably it. This is a page of additional notes and context. Companion piece of the entry about Sam. Clearly, I did not know her true family history when I wrote this. Didn't even know Sam was a Roottrie. All of my doubts were ill-founded. She's a fine woman. Had she the chance to grow up with us, Sam might have been the sister figure Gwyn never was. Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her, and her children seem eager to help the family in their own ways. Ernie Jr. has been learning the day-to-day from Zach. Uno momento. Third president. It's been a long, long time since any real Roottrie was as excited and interested in the actual candy as Ernie. As a bonus, Gwyneth has the green thumb of her mother and her adopted grandfather. What I'm most ashamed of is not figuring it all out myself. Sam's a spitting image of Patsy, with her jet black hair and green eyes. She doesn't have the thick glasses Patsy did, of course, but I guess that skips a generation. Her children have that covered. It's hard to explain the look on Pop's face when they read that the farm's operations would pass to Samantha Roottrie for as long as she was willing. I got flashbacks to when Zach was made president. Mother reframed it a bit to calm him down. Sam wouldn't receive any candy money, after all. It was essentially inheriting the right to rule over the peasants for eternity. Pop warned us away from that farm for years. I never met EC in person, but Pop once referred to him as a confirmed bachelor. I suspect that's why he kept us from there. Sam had to grow up in a house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller. Okay, and Mr. Miller equals very gay homosexuals. I think, anyway. I can say that. I'm not sure Sam will ever forgive Uncle Junior or Patsy for abandoning her to that life. No problems with us next gens, but she has a palpable hatred for the Five Pieces and Elias and Gwyneth. Okay. Reading this back, I got deja vu as I write this addendum. Clark's gotten married again. No Roottrees has ever remarried. Sure, I lost Jacob and Gwyn divorced Wild Bill. Ooh. Gwyn... Wild Bill. Quel no. Just before she had her second, but neither of us ever took a second husband. Starlet. Ah, okay. With the way the world is moving, I guess it was inevitable someone in this family would remarry. I just wish it wasn't my son. I can only wonder if Clark's apparent disrespect for marriage is due to the lack of a real father. I did what I could, and Lord knows Eli C. Stepped up and helped more than I can say for Clancy or Edward. Eli C. practically raised Clark and Jim as brothers whenever they could. Eli's marriage seems fine, and Jim's marriage seems solid as a rock, pun intended, so who knows what causes these things. I suspect that he's marrying Jane. Clark and Jane. To keep her from running out on the band. Without her, he'd be the third wheel, and I imagine they wouldn't last long as a trio. But still, I don't think a marriage on such a shaky foundation like that can last, and Lord knows I was right last time. Okay. So go to Clark. This is the second spouse. So we're looking for a Jane. Ah, Jane. Yeah. So she is that. I guess we'll find out who this is. Where's Gwyn? Gwyn and Wild Bill. Wild Bill. So obviously Wild Bill is a nickname, and we can figure out more from Starlet, the magazine. Let's see that right now. Wild Bill Williams was mentioned many times throughout the magazine's lifespan. Blondes. Walter Forsythe. The second is an interview, although he doesn't mention her by name. You determined from context he's talking about Gwyn. Actually taken. Cool. Ironically, the third is a rumor that his divorce from Gwyn was due to multiple affairs, including one with another actress. An American reader on vacation in Paris claims to have overheard Wild Bill and Gwyn argue in public while she was holding a baby and visibly pregnant. Not long after, Gwyn announced she was divorcing Wild Bill and also that she was pregnant again, giving this rumor more credibility. Dun dun dun. So maybe they're not twins. So this is Walter Forsythe. Which one looks older? Let's say that guy looks older. So their last name would be Forsyth. No? Or did they take their mom's name? Because that's annoying. It's probably Robert and Ronald, if I had to guess. But again, I don't know. Okay, back to the evidence. The biggest complaint I got after publishing my diary was how many similar names there are. And I get it. There are 4 Eli's for Pete's sake. Yes, I've mentioned this, but that's how it is. Someone would say I saw Eli in town and I wouldn't know which one they meant. My brother, my uncle, my cousin. That's why they became Uncle Junior or Miracles Eli or Eli C. Our family's names were always unusual. Grandpa Elias was a believer in using the names of each generation to honor those in the last. His father and Grandma Gwyneth's father were named Edward and Clancy, so now you see where my pop's name came from. One thing that's always been consistent... One moment, do we know that? Who's writing? It's Lauren. Yes, Edward. Clancy Edward. One thing that's always been consistent in our family, though, is that anytime someone's a junior, they're always the firstborn son. That goes for Miracle, Eli, or even Clancy. With the women, however, it all goes out the window. I think Gwendolyn got her name from someone combination of Gwyneth and Caroline, who was Elias's mother. Oh God, another Elias. Caroline? Women's names tend to get all mixed up as the generations went on. I guess that's because there's no female equivalent of junior. So if you're reading my diary and you're confused, you're not alone. Even the government had problems. I remember once receiving certified mail for an Edward Clancy Roottree. I had to break the news they got my father's name backwards. That's interesting. I bet that there is an Edward Clancy. Apparently, this is the first thing she could find that she ever wrote. She knows it was for a school assignment about anger, and she believes, based on the teacher's name, that she must have been in the 3rd grade. She doesn't exactly remember the events spelled out here, but she does remember getting in trouble. I got angry when I met a new girl who I do not like. She was dirty and did not have a pretty dress. Me and Pop walked home in town, and she hugged him. When I told her he was my Pop, she pushed me. I got angry and yelled at her, and Pop said to treat her nice. Then she said, "Your Pop is my dad." She screamed it loud in my ear. She was lying to me. Lying is not a nice thing, so I pushed her too. Then I got in trouble. Then Pop took her away. Told me, "Don't worry, I am glad she's gone." Ooh! Fascinating. So there's an illegitimate child in here? Oh boy, okay. Juniors are always firstborn sons. Okay, yeah. So that's why he's there, because he's still younger than Gwyneth, but he's the firstborn son. He's not the first. He is the firstborn son, but he's the secondborn. Interesting. Okay. And then you've got all the miracles. And Elias, the junior, is the firstborn son. Right, okay. Interesting. I'm missing stuff. I'm missing a lot of stuff. Did I not do that? Oh. Life between war. Did I not do that? A life between wars. Complaints. Starlet. Okay. Gwyn. Gwyn. Which one is for Gwyn? Have I not read all there is to know about Gwyn? Gwyn Roottrees was often in Starlet. Most mentions were around the time of her divorce in 1958 from Wild Bill Williams. The gossip is speculative and full of tabloid stereotypes. The power of the name is undeniable. My grandfather constantly preached the importance of family names and honoring them. My father decided to bless me with a famous name. There's nothing wrong with Cornwall, but Roottrees has power. My husband similarly goes by Wild Bill. It's an infamous name he repurposed for himself. Although we've relocated to Paris, I know your readers love to keep up with my husband, so consider this a Starlet exclusive. Roottrees. Okay. But we also plan to lean into alliteration. It's how we'll honor both our family names. So this is a Cornwall. Linus Cornwall. Williams. So they're going to be Roottrees. Wild Bill. And lean into alliteration. Yeah, so it's got to be Robert and Ronald. It has to be. And they are, what, college students? I don't know. It's probably wrong, actually. But let us look up Ronald Roottrees. Bloody hell. And what was the other one? Robert. Yeah. Okay, so it's got to be them. That's interesting. Okay, what else? Rolling on down to the city. Only the great-grandson of Elias Roottrees could make disco this sweet. So MMM must be another periodical. I do not enjoy looking up the periodicals. Okay, thank you. What's his name? For the love of God. Oh, Roottrees, Jim Roottrees. Right. Are you kidding me? Oh, I'm dumb. A review and interview from 1979 titled A Reluctant Hitmaker. Jim goes into his first band. A few years ago, Diamond and I were in C&J and J&D with my cousin and his ex. Clark never knew his father. right? So our grandpa insisted he spend time with my dad and me. As a result, Clark and I grew up like brothers. Diamond and Jane, on the other hand, are actually sisters. So the four of us had a sort of cutesy family band thing going on. Not our finest hour. Regardless, when Diamond walked in on Clark in bed with her and Jane's other sister, everything exploded. No more family band. The only thing Clark and I had in common was music, but even then we never agreed on what it should be. He was always more interested in catchy tunes, something you hum a week later. I've been told Roland is like that, but that wasn't my goal. When he called me up and said he liked it, I took it as a sign I was going in the wrong direction musically. That made him laugh, but I'm trying to make art. I don't mind saying any of this because he'd agree. For most of the decade, he was a mess, but he's a lot happier now. He started Raffer tunes and he's a much better jingle writer than songwriter. One of the benefits of our famous family is a massive company willing to be a client. Interesting. Okay. Let's go to the family tree. I don't know who his dad is. So he's not a musician. He is a jingle maker. That's got to be right. Huh. Okay, I'm going to do one more quick hint. Did he? Oh, yeah, he did. Raffer tunes. A website about Raffer tunes. Clark Rafferty LaRue's advertising firm. Ooh. On it, there's an about page. You can find a picture labeled the inspiration for the famous Super Bowl ad campaign. Below that is more detail. Clark was in a department store getting a family portrait with his wife and children. His wife was trying to get his youngest, Katrina, to call him down for the picture. Oh, wow. Katrina is the youngest. What's his wife's name? I guess I don't know. But this is the youngest child? Katrina, his youngest. And this must be Jessica? This must be the other LaRue. Kim. Right? Okay, let's get... Ah ha ha! Nice. Oh, nice. Nice. Excellent. Nice. Booyah indeed. All right. That is another hour of playing this game. It's like 2:20 in the morning here. So I'm going to put this away for tonight. And, yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you liked it, give it a like. If you know who Ted Mosby is, give it a like. And subscribing super helps me out, folks. So please do so if you like my content. All right, that's it for now. I will catch you on the next one.